Good morning. It's a car scope. Hi. Car scope. I'm not driving though. I am sitting still. Good news. Heath had a job interview. So I rode with him over here to make sure he found the place okay. Good morning. Oh, I know, right? We're in Carbondale, Georgia, I think. Good luck, Keith. He's in for a job interview, so it's like over an hour from home. So I just thought I would drive with him, and yeah, it's at the place that he wanted to work at. The pay is slightly less, but the conditions are quite a bit better. See, are you seeing your good lucks, Heath? He's waiting for it to come on. We got here early. Thank you. Is today? Yesterday was Course in Miracles, right? How is everybody? It was a little teeny bit icy on the way over here. Icy a lot yesterday. Yay, Heath! So, my name is Michelle Wolf. You can find me in the car, in random places in Georgia. Yeah, we had ice and snow yesterday, but more is coming. CaddyshackDesigns.com. We're the traveling Dow wagon. We're the Dow de Jing Subaru Outback. Across the top, you can find tabs for everything I do. Hungry? Get something to eat, Susan. Have Dow will travel. Pretty good day. I didn't sleep very well last night. Flopped around a lot, but I feel okay, so that's good. We're on 39. I think we're almost halfway. We are armed with knowledge. Cheerios, yay! Cheerios are gluten-free now, so we're happy about that. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're almost halfway through this book. Okay. And I'm starting on the wrong book anyway. We're going to start on this book. I'm pretty sure he's got this job. He's got experience for what they want. I don't know if you guys know this or want to know it, but your carpet starts out as a liquid. Yay, yay! It comes out as a hot liquid, and it comes out of all these different machines. Ooh, yes, yes. Yay, yes for good luck for Russell and good luck for Heath. All the strands come out as hot liquid, and then they cool, and they get twisted together and become your carpet fiber. So what Heath does is deal with that machine that pulls all the strands together and winds it, I think that's what he does. It's infused. That's how your carpet gets made. It's called an extrusion. It's extruded. That sounds gross. Let's talk about integrity. Okay, number 39. Oh yeah, there is actually a lot of opportunity in flooring. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Flooring is a booming industry, and we live in like the carpet capital of the U.S., so chances are if you get new carpet, it was made somewhere around here. Those who of old got to be whole. This is integrity today. Those who of old got to be whole. Heaven through its wholeness is pure. Earth through its wholeness is steady. Spirit through its wholeness is potent. The valley through its wholeness flows with rivers. The 10,000 things through their wholeness live. Rulers through their wholeness have authority, and their wholeness makes them what they are. Without what makes it pure, heaven would disintegrate. Without what steadies it, earth would crack apart. Without what makes it potent, spirit would fail. And without what fills it, the valley would run dry. Without what quickens them, the 10,000 things would die. and without what authorizes them, rulers would fall. The root of the noble is in the common, the high stands on what's below. Princes and kings call themselves orphans, widows, beggars, to get themselves rooted in the dirt. A multiplicity of riches is poverty. Jade is praised as precious, but its strength is being stone. It might be a little too early for Tao Te Ching study. We have to have that connection, or we crack and fall apart, or we disintegrate, we run dry, we die, we fall, without staying connected to the root of it all. We're not whole. And so our efforts in the world are clumsy at best and destructive at worst. If we aren't making sure that we're in balance and connected to source, we just run amok like toddlers in the toy store and make a big old mess. Bulls in china shops. Cats on kitchen counters. We just make a big mess if we're not connected. That's how I would interpret that chapter, is we have to have that wholeness, and to have that wholeness, we have to be connected. We have to be in following the way, walking the path. Kids everywhere, making a big old mess. So let's see what Stephen Mitchell has to say about that chapter. I like using both of these books because sometimes if I don't quite understand her interpretation, I'll get it through his. Connect yourself before you wreck yourself. That's awesome. We're going to rewrite rap songs and make them fit the Tao Te Ching study. Or spiritual rap. Connect yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay. In harmony with the Tao, the sky is clear and spacious, the earth solid and full. All creatures flourish together, content with the way they are, endlessly repeating themselves and endlessly renewed. When man interferes with the Tao, good morning, Linda. When man interferes with the Tao, the sky becomes filthy, the earth becomes depleted, the equilibrium crumbles, and creatures become extinct. The master views the parts with compassion because he understands the whole. Hey, that's Ben. Good morning. The master views the parts with compassion because he understands the whole. His constant practice is humility. He doesn't glitter like a jewel, but lets himself be shaped by the Tao, as rugged and common as stone. Return is the movement of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao. All things are born of being, and being is born of non-being. Whoops, I slipped over into another chapter. Whoa, it's so short I didn't even recognize it. Okay, hold on. The last verse was, the master views the parts with compassion because he understands the whole. That's how you can look at a schmuck like Donald Trump and understand that ultimately it's okay. Because you see the whole, because you stay focused on the big picture, the big view, the long-term view. You don't freak out so much about people like that. It's just hot air. It's just hot air passing on through. And now it's got companion hot air with Donald and Sarah. It's all okay. It really is. It's really lots of fun. The memes going around about I'm with stupid and the things with Sarah Palin and Donald Trump. I mean, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's double extra hot air. It's a triple bad dream. It's a double bad dream. Could be. It's not going to happen. I'm not worried about it at all. But By keeping your eyes on the big picture, you don't worry so much about the details. You don't freak out all the time. Phew! Donald and Sarah. Donna. Donald and Sarah combined is Donna. Thank you. The Donna ticket. Let's vote for Donna. Hilarious. Hilarious. Hey, Tanya. So, the master doesn't glitter like a jewel. Like, he's not all sparkly. She's not all sparkly. We tend to overlook people who are mastering the world because they're quiet. They're just going about their business and possibly teaching others, but sometimes not. And we get distracted by the shiny stuff and the glittery stuff and all the things that are fascinating out there. And we lose track and we fall out of harmony. And that's when our world is destroyed, our personal world and our larger planetary world. That's how critical this stuff is. It's super critical. That's why these books last for thousands and thousands of years. So let's see what Byron Katie has to say about that. Whoop. The old Outback doesn't have a lot of headroom. Oh, I have this on my visor. Let's have that too. The energy of money flows to me and from me with infinite gratitude and abundance. That's a Sarah mantra I carry in the car. So we'll have that too. Yay! I carry it right here so I see it every time I flip the visor. Oh yes. I got part of your mala with the key yesterday, Sarah. That key was gorgeous. I didn't see the finished product, but that key was really, really pretty. Okay, the master views the parts with compassion because she understands the whole. Her constant practice is humility. The voice within is what I honor. It's what I'm married to. This life doesn't belong to me. Hello. The voice says, do the dishes. Oh, okay, I'll look. Oh, it looks so pretty. I love keys. The voice says, do the dishes. Okay. I don't know what it's for. I just do it. If I don't follow the order, that's all right too. But this is a game about where life will take me when I do follow it. When you do follow instructions, life is far more interesting. There's nothing more exciting than to say yes to such a wild thing, this life. I don't have anything to lose. I can afford to be a fool. When you don't have anything to lose and people can't shame you, you'll try anything. You don't care. You'll just jump right in and do it because you're not embarrassed and you don't let self-consciousness keep you away from adventures in this life. There's lots of adventures to be had, but you've got to be unshameable. You've got to be a little unfuckwithable. People can't fuck with you if they can't shame you, so you can go do all kinds of cool stuff because you don't care if somebody says you're flighty, and you don't care if somebody says, but you're supposed to stay in a job for 40 years and retire and then sit around and play golf. Gag. Yeah, I am flighty. What's it to you, bitch? What's it to you? I don't care. Yes, I am a bit flighty. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get stopped in life by embarrassment or what their parents are going to say or what their friends are going to say. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Why would you want to pass up? Here's my standard of making decisions. It may or may not be the best way to make decisions, but I always think if I'm making a decision, what am I going to do when I'm 80? Now that I'm almost 50, I've bumped this to 90. Like, I'm bumping it out. What am I going to do when I'm 90? Am I going to sit around and think about all the years I spent in a soul-crushing job? Or am I going to think about all the cool adventures I had? Packing up and moving to places I'd never been before. Having 3 kids was super rebellious in your family? That is weird. You can have as many kids as you want. You mean that was more than normal or less than normal? So my dad was one of 13. Have adventures. That's what you want to be thinking about when you're 90, is the adventures you had. Oh, you're supposed to have 2. Here lies the field where I grow my fucks, and as you see, it is barren. Look out into our surroundings, and you can see that not a single fuck is growing. Not a single one. We're honey badgers. We don't give a shit. I'm all mouthy today. Okay. What fun is it to be source? Right, they regret not playing more. We need t-shirts that say, Honey Badger don't care. There's nothing more exciting. Oh, okay, I read that. What fun is it to be source if I can't get a glimpse of myself in the mirror? And whether I like it or not, that's what I am. I'm vanity. Total vanity. So when people are attached to their looks and their health, it's coming from an honest source. It's just misdirected. It's pure innocence. The ego, mind projected as a body, as a you, is nothing more than a mirror image thinking it's God and misinterpreting the world. It's the mirror image thinking that it's the source, misinterpreting it as itself, rather than itself as just a reflection of source. So we misinterpret that we're a ray of light in all this light coming from the sun. We misinterpret that. We begin to think that we are the sun, that we are the source of it all. And that's where we can get really lost. We're not. We are a part of the source. We're a part of it. We're a wave in the ocean. We're not. Yeah. So we get in trouble when we start to think we're all alone and we're it. And we have to do it all, and we're responsible for it all. It's a painful illusion that it's separate, but the truth is that the ego goes where God goes. God, or reality, is all of it. The ego has no options. Oh, Tanya, good. The ego has no options. It can protest all it wants, but if source moves, it moves. Did you wake up in a bad mood? Or are you physically sick? Or do you have some hurty-painy and stuff in your chest? Are you having hurty-painies this morning? When someone says the world is a terrible place... Oh, did I miss something? When someone says, oh, I gotcha. Get thee a worksheet and write it down. Write everything down. I know, right? Like, what did I miss something? Okay. You are storyless movement. As soon as you realize that, the source is merged with, the reflection moves without argument as the source. And that is simple awareness, the joy of what people call the world and what I refer to as the image of God itself dancing. Okay, humility is what happens when you're caught and exposed to yourself and you realize that you're no one and you've been trying to be someone special. You just die and die into the truth of that. You die into what you have done and who you have been, and it's a very sweet thing. There's no guilt or shame in it. You become totally vulnerable, like a little child. Defense and justification keep falling away, and you die into the brilliance of what is real. As I noticed the falling away of the self and saw that its construct was absolutely invalid, what remained was humbled through the recognition, and everything dissolved. All that I had imagined myself to be was gone. I realized I was none of it, that everything I'd stood for was insubstantial and ridiculous. And what remained from that fell away too, until finally there was nothing left to be humble about. There was no one left to be humble. Humility and embarrassment equals your expectations of yourself. Yes, your story about how you're supposed to be, about how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to look. Like, there's part of me that's like, why didn't you take 5 minutes to put some makeup on, Michelle? And the other part's like, because I didn't freaking feel like it, that's why. Those are the multiple voices in your head. One says, you're a 49-year-old woman, you're supposed to be wearing makeup, and you're in the South, duh, you're really supposed to be having makeup on. And then the other part of me is like, I didn't sleep but about 3 hours last night, and I got up at 6 o'clock to drive all the way over here to help Heath find this place. I don't give a shit about makeup, honey badger. I'm beautiful. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. I do what I want. But if you listen to that other voice, that cultural voice of, especially being a Southern woman, you're not supposed to go out of the house with lipstick and eyeshadow, face powder and hair, and all that stuff. And it's like, no. But if I believed that, then I would, oh God, yes. In Colorado, people don't wear makeup. Ask my daughter. She says Colorado's a state full of dirty hippies. And that's not true. We're not dirty. Oh yeah, heels and hairspray. Yeah. But so if I listened to that voice, I'd be embarrassed right now, right? I'd be like, oh my God, I ran out of the house and I forgot my makeup. I actually didn't forget it. It's always in my purse, but I hardly ever pull it out. I'd be embarrassed and I'd be humiliated. And because I don't listen to that voice, it's there. It's talking, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just like, it's okay. I just ignore it. I don't fight against it. I don't tell it to shut up. It just is, okay? It just exists parallel to the other voice that doesn't think at all and that doesn't give a thought to the cultural standards that I choose to follow some days and I choose not to follow on other days. We have freedom of choice when you don't listen to that. If I listen to the rambling, I don't have any freedom of choice. What are you doing, Heath? Do you need us to Google an answer to a question? Are you taking a test? If I listen to that cultural voice, oh, hurry up and wait, then I don't get to choose my day. I just don't give a thought. Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll totally help you cheat. Phone a friend. Hi, Roseanne. Okay. You eventually realize that there's no humility. There's nothing to be humble about. Yeah, we'll be your lifeline, Heath. Because only a separated self would see something to be humble about. Eventually, when you're totally connected, you don't even think in those terms, because why would you? Car scoping, but not driving and scoping. Hello. Good morning. Okay. I have freedom when I don't listen to the voice. I have no freedom when I do listen to it. We're probably 3/4 of the way through, Roseanne. Did the notification not go off? I hate when that happens. Okay. If I was anything at all, I was gratitude. As the circle comes to a close in this way, it's difficult to tell whether the feeling is humidity. It's difficult to tell whether the feeling is humility or gratitude because names no longer fit. Gratitude, you could say, is what remains of the experience of humility. It's a sense of kissing the ground. I don't recommend this. Licking the ground for its pure deliciousness. I really don't recommend that as a practice. Don't lick the ground, okay? That's yucky. Kissing the feet of the master, that is everything without exception. I don't recommend kissing feet either. I think she's being poetic and not literal here, but just in case anyone was taking that as a prescription for how to get through the day, don't go licking ground or feet unless you have a foot thing, and then we don't want to know about it. She actually might. We can't put anything past Byron Katie, right? Okay, there is such a sense of thankfulness for no longer being the person who thinks she knows and who has to live out of that limited claustrophobic mind. Yes, truth. There is such a sense of thankfulness for recognizing that I no longer have to live out of that limited claustrophobic mind space. I don't live that way, and I love it. No, thank you. I don't want any to kiss any feet. And also, I am that person as well, the limited person. I remember when I believed those things, so I have a reference. I understand how others see it. I watch their confusion with nothing but love because they're innocent children who feel that something's askew, yet keep moving toward the polarity that never works, where they want to win, to do it right, to do more, have more, plan, defend, protect, be loved, admired, and to undergo the shame of settling for less than their heart's desire. Oh, that's a good line. To undergo the shame of settling for less than their heart's desire. Shame on you if you're settling for less than your heart's desire. Ooh. Shame on you if you are denying the world the full impact and beauty of your authentic present self. Shame upon you. You're actually doing, okay. They're innocent children who feel that something's wrong and keep moving toward the polarity that never works. It's a different kind of shame, I think. Where they want to win, to do it right. We torture ourselves in shame like martyrs without knowing. Yeah. So the shame comes from trying to live in that place that's so limited, and we're always failing when we're in that place, right? We're constantly failing and feeling shame because we're trying to live in that polarity where nothing ever works. When we want to win, when we're caught in win-lose, right-wrong, defense and protection and grasping and grabbing at life, that is where shame lives, right? And if we don't do shame, we can't live in that place, the polarity of right, wrong, black, white, good, bad. We have to let go of that labeling. One of my inner voices that's not helpful to me runs around all the time in my imagination with a label gun. You know, the little clicky old dino label thing. Shame is the troll under the bridge, yeah. When you live in that place, you undergo the shame of settling for less than your heart's desire. It is the breeding ground for shame because you can't ever be good enough. You can't be good enough. You can't be smart enough. And doggone it, people don't like you. People don't like you when you're not living your heart's desire. When you're not living your authentic. It's like the salesman it's like, let's just say it's an oil person. So some oil people, some essential oil people, and Mary Kay people, like multi-level marketing people, tell you they're not being salesy, and you feel the incongruence there because you know they actually are being salesy. So they're actually lying to you, and you can feel that cognitive dissonance of trying to accept what their words are saying, but your gut's telling you something entirely different. That is a shameful place for them. Yeah, that's yucky. It's so out of alignment. The person sending you the 7-step email sales funnel garbage, that's inauthentic. So don't let that be you. Like, free yourself from that prison of shame that comes from settling for less than your heart's desire. That comes from the prison and the cage, that comes from not living who you truly are because you're worried about how other people are going to respond to who you truly are, and you don't have a single bit of control over that process. The only control you have is, are you going to be yourself today, or are you going to be a cultural constructed mask of inauthentic yuck? I vote for being yourself today. And if you hate Adele, I've got your back, sister. They don't know because that's what they've been trained to think and say, right? So you have to be willing to take the criticism. I'm going to say it. I don't really like Adele. And my daughter said that I'm retarded. She actually said that. And I was like, but I don't like her. I like a handful of her songs. Maybe I do like the Hello song. I like that. I like her. She's funny. Like, in interviews, she's hilarious. Yeah, you know what? I don't have to. I don't have to like Adele. Oh, you don't even like the Hello song. Well, the lyrics don't make sense, do they? The lyrics are kind of screwed up if you listen to them. You tried. I think she's a very funny person and an interesting person. And I love that she's like, because you can do both. Because you can hold dual positions in your mind, Sarah. You can love Adele and you can still love people that don't. Oh, I haven't seen the Muppet version. Oh, yes, I think I have. The Muppet version of the Hello song. Right, because we don't need to get caught up in, now we're going to all form camps of who likes Adele and who doesn't. And then we're going to make a anti-Adele Bible and start beating people over the head with it. Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay, we have to hit the YouTube for Miss Piggy and Kermit's version of the Hello song. So how about today we just be ourselves today? If you even know what that is. Sometimes that takes some personal exploration, like, well, who am I? Do I like Adele just because I'm supposed to? Am I eating birthday cakes just because I'm supposed to eat cake? Do I even really like Adele? Not really. That's right, Susan. You get on with your bad self and fight against the cultural standards. Ooh, Sarah's gonna watch the Oscars. Okay, so then the other part is I love all the clothes at the Oscars and the Emmys, all the beautiful dresses and all the gorgeous outfits that people wear. Who am I? I'm a walrus. Breakfast Club. An athlete, a nerd, Oh, I won't. I would not blame you for watching the one. Why should you give up something that makes you happy? I'm not boycotting it. Yeah, there's some work to be done there, but if I wanted to watch the Oscars, I would. I'm telling. Michelle's going to tell on Sarah because she's not watching. She's watching the Oscars. Ooh, I'm telling. I'm going to tell Mom. Sarah's watching the Oscars. Ugh. Be yourself today, please. Please be yourself today. Because the more of you are expressing in the world, the more I can express. Oh, Tanya. Yes. Admitting to watching the Kardashians is a total exercise in trust. Okay, Morgan and I were stuck on... Do you remember Girls Next Door? The Girls Next Door. It was the Playboy Mansion girls. Sarah's a racist who enjoys that whiny Adele. I just don't know. That's your guilty pleasure, Tanya. The Kardashians. Just do it. Be yourself, motherfuckers. Mofo. Go be your badass self today. Okay, the Girls Next Door. Morgan and I were obsessed with that. Those yucky three women and Hugh Hefner and the one that was such an idiot, the littlest one, the youngest one. You're not caught up, you guys. Kardashians. Sometimes you just gotta watch lightweight. Yes. Kayla, right? Kyla? Was it Kyla? I don't remember. The youngest one, she was so stupid. We were fascinated with her. Which, by the way, the Playboy Mansion is coming up for sale. Kendra. That's right, Kendra, the dumb one. The Playboy Mansion's for sale in case you want to buy it. Yeah, it's just so stupid. But the catch is you have to let Hugh Hefner live there until he dies. I don't think I'm willing to do that. Yeah, yucky. Oh, I like that show too. Married at First Sight. That's really interesting. I like My 600-Pound Life. I love that show. Those people go through hell. Morgan loves that show too. And sometimes it's kind of gross though. My 600-Pound Life. When they do the surgery stuff, I can't watch that part. That's yucky. So, just be who you are. It's okay. And if people criticize you, that's okay too. The gremlin talk and thinking of it as a 2-year-old tantrum really helped you recently. Yes! Yay! Oh, Susan, you're welcome. I'm so glad. The gremlin talk seems to have helped quite a few people get a grip on that little voice. That voice in their head is not being them. It's not you. I tell people that all the time. That voice yammering at you is not you. There's a lot of YouTube videos by that guy, Rick Carson, Carson. It is, Tanya. It's the one with they get married the minute they see each other at the same time they get married. That's a cool show. I like it. I like predicting who's going to stay together. In the last season, I was completely wrong. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Tanya. 2 out of 3 kids like the gremlin idea. I don't really have anything else. Just set yourself free from that place of shame. Yeah, 6 weeks. It's a really interesting social experiment. I used to like that show Wife Swap. The first 3 seasons were really good, and then it got weird, and they were obviously pumping up the drama, and it was ridiculous, and the kids were crying, and everyone was traumatized, and that wasn't fun anymore. But the first 3 or 4 seasons of Wife Swap was really good. Seeing how other people live and parent was interesting. Thank you. I will. I'll totally put it in Facebook or tweet. Sky just thinks differently, so she just thinks of it as another thought of her own like I do. Either way. Oh. Well, Tanya, email me if you need some extra support. caddyshackdesigns@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook. If we're Facebook friends and you have a question or you need some clarification, or you are encountering something in your life and you just need to understand it a little better, just message me on Facebook. It's fine. You don't have to struggle with that by yourself. Or put it in the Facebook group. There's plenty of people that will help you figure it out. Like how to apply this stuff. As soon as you encounter a situation that's pulling you down, reach for help. There's like 17 people in that group. Somebody's going to see that post and help you. And you can email me if it's like a private thing that you don't want out there publicly. You can let me know. Message me. Email me. That's fine. It's totally fine. A little hit and run coaching can't hurt you. So, I'm going to read my book. Your oldest got a math book from the teacher, and your daughter said this makes math too fun. Like, your puffball gets a break. I love the puffball. I cannot wait to go through this stuff with the A-team. I know, right? Math was tough. Math was really tough. So, well, have a good day, guys. What's today? Thursday? Thursday. So, I'll see you tomorrow for A Course in Miracles. From my house. My days are all screwed up now because I've changed from Mondays and Saturdays with the A-team. So I'm thrown off because I feel like I'm supposed to have the babies today. But email me if you need help. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the morning. Okay. Love you. Thank you for your hearts and the shares. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so, so much.